What's up guys, this is ZEKE here bringing you a live reaction to Attack on Titan chapter 93, Dark Knight Train. So yeah, this chapter just released early today. This isn't an official translation, but usually these guys are sort of like 90% accurate, I imagine, so I'm just gonna sit and read theirs and see what happens. So let's get to it. Apologize for the noise outside. What can I say, neighbours? I don't have soundproof glass in that. But yeah, whatever. It's been a while since I've done a live reaction, so I thought, why not? I actually enjoyed myself biscuits and some tea. So let's get down to it then. Here we go. Okay, so we start with I guess this is the end of that MARLEY Eastern Union war that we were having. In the end, 4 years of the Panselunion during the war was spent with autonomy. The enemy ships and our force of 2 Titans were done in an instant, and this was a mistake. Yeah, as we remember last chapter, Reina got freaking owned, and ZEKE was there as well. So yeah, we're seeing the ships on the floor there. I think you've got the survivors escaping in there. Well, now we're cutting to I think this is ZEKE here and a bunch of other characters all wearing suits. You also were somehow able to sink the allied enemy fleet, but at the cost of the armored Titan ZEKE. At the cost of the armored Titan ZEKE. So I think someone's basically talking to ZEKE. He's there, and they're saying that we lost the armored Titan. I don't know. So now we're introduced to this guy. I don't know who this guy is. Human intellect finally vanquished the armored Titan of MARLEY. All countries are reporting that, and they're crediting it to the Union of Middle East. All countries are reporting. All countries. What is now? I don't know if you guys know, but apparently there was an interview by Isayama where he said that the world that Attack on Titan takes place in is basically a mirrored version of our world, like it's flipped apparently or something. The vibe I'm getting from this is that the MARLEY is like a big ass world country. They control a lot. I'm guessing for this, since they're saying that it's all in the newspapers and that they've lost the armored Titan. So is Reina dead? And they're all crediting it to the Union of the Middle East because of the human intellect, as it says, vanquished. Which, if you think about it, yeah, the last arc that we had, it was basically human intellect that won the day. I mean, that's how they got the Colossus Titan. That's how they won. I mean, those guys, the Darians, or the Waldarians, as people are starting to say, they used freaking low ass technology and swords and the thunder spears to beat them, and they won. Like, they used their brains and strategy. Like, the Titan power didn't do shit in the end. So even though they lost a whole lot of their people, pretty much the entire Survey Corps, they still kicked their asses, and now they got the armored, the Progenital, and the Colossal Titan, and the female Titan. So yeah, human intellect did win the day. So this guy's still talking. Can we really say this is their victory over MARLEY? Magif. What does that mean, Magif? So I think this is that general dude that was there, and I think that's Cobalt, Falcon's older brother in the background there. Not too sure. They're wearing those star uniforms, so I think that is Cobalt there. And Magif, I think, is that general dude who was there in the war. So yeah, this is basically a war meeting. Admiral, the time has finally come. The time when mankind has overcome the power of a Titan. Yeah, so basically the time of the Titans is coming to an end, and now mankind is basically using technology to win. The biggest part of this war was by sea. Our Titan troop couldn't be immobilized. If we were simply to compare the power of naval fleets, the Alliance had brand new battleships. Ours are old and without resources. This is why they want to invade the wall, so they can get their resources in order to improve their own fleet and their own army and get their own strength. At the moment, like it says, yeah, our navy is disorganized. Are you saying that's what caused this outcome? Still, that's not the root of the problem. Everything boils down to the fact that our Titan power was useless. That's why we're in this situation. This panel right here I'm looking at, the dude, basically the leader, the guy that they're talking to, he looks like Mads Mikkelsen. You know, Mads, the guy who plays Hannibal in the TV series and who played the bad guy in Doctor Strange and Casino Royale. It looks just like him here, like seriously. That is freaking creepy as hell. You couldn't go for a more evil bad guy look than that, like. Good drawing. Okay, so we got a map now. This is interesting, yeah. This, wow, what area is this? This looks like, is this meant to be like Japan, or like, like that's meant to be Japan then, this is like what, China or something? We severely underestimated the power of the Titans while continuing our colonization politics. The neighboring countries wishing to oppose that put all their effort into military development, and this is the result. Even so, we're proud of our ground battles that use the Titan power. But if we develop aircraft, someday we'll be able to rain bombs from hundreds of kilometers away. So at the moment, you know, they have aircraft, but not to that extent where they can use bombs. They use Titans instead. So, So these guys are in a war meeting, right? And they're all looking up, and there's a big hole in the war meeting room. So, what the hell is going on here? Are they in their own country right now, or is this the enemy country? And they're just all organizing and sitting and discussing this while they're there. On that day, the battlefield will be the sky, and the Titans will only be able to watch the heavens while everything else moves. There are no Titans with wings. This guy, yeah, the Mads character is asking, there are no Titans with wings that we know of. We only know there's like 9, right? So, Admiral, we are too dependent on the Titan power, and I know in the near future we will lose the hegemony of wars. No, maybe this already happened. Before, the hero nation of Marley used to own the Idanian demons, but now not so much. Zeke kind of gives him that look now, like, yeah, so what's going on here? Excuse me, Admiral, but I have a proposition, Zeke. Son of Miracle, Zeke. Speak, Son of Miracle. Zeke's an arsehole, like, look at him. I don't even see the badge on him. Like, they're not even considering that he's one of the... No, wait, he does have the... Actually, yeah, the symbol's there on his, coat there. He's not... He doesn't have the brand, but it's there. Or maybe that's the brand? I don't know, but... They're too chummy, do you know what I mean? For guys who are meant to be seen as demons, these guys are way too chummy one, and you know what I mean? Like... Okay, so here's his proposition. Let's see what he says. Now we should resume our strategy involving the Paradise Island. We must retrieve the founding Titan. Everyone's giving that look now. Did you follow this discussion so far? Marlene will have no future if we depend only on the Titan power. Yes, it's as you said, Captain Magev. Marlene should develop its normal troops. But until Marlene achieves the scientific development necessary, do you really think that the other countries will stand still? Think about this for a second, right? He's saying that the Marlenes need to improve the scientific developments, right? Now think about what's going on Paradise Island. Hanji and the Survey Corp, they pretty much have been developing freaking scientific weapons for a while now, and it's been 4 years later. I mean, in that 1 year gap, or in this case the 6 or 9 months, or whatever it was, between the events of when they returned to when they wiped all the Titans off and used that ball mechanism to just crush them all. You have to imagine and the Thunder Spears and all the other technology stuff they developed. You have to imagine in that gap, in that short amount of time, what kind of technology they've developed. And you've got these guys saying they don't have resources, they don't have the troops, they don't have the scientific equipment and developments. Like, these guys are basically very backwards at the moment when it comes to technology, and those guys are sort of basically going for, I mean, they got, what, I don't even think they have guns or cannons, right? They have guns, but cannons? I don't think they had cannons. So you have to imagine how far back are these guys compared to someone like the Middle East Union, whatever. I mean, those guys got wiped out, luckily, by the Titan powers, but still, it makes you think how backwards the Marlene are. So what if the Paradise Island decide to attack now? These guys would be screwed, basically. What we need now is to regroup our troops. This is Zeke talking. But to do that, we need as soon as possible. Make the newspapers report. Marlene occupied Paradise Island to obtain all the Titan power. You still have 1 year of tenure, right? 1 year of tenure, so 1 more year before Zeke finally dies, basically, and he has to give his Titan power to someone else. Yes, but I don't know if Colt will inherit the Beast Titan, and I'm unsure. So yeah, Colt, his name is Colt. So he's standing in the background, he's looking at him, and Zeke's basically saying he's unsure if he'll inherit it. So who makes the decision who gets the Titan powers? I guess anyone who passes the test very well and they get the Titan powers, basically. And now Zeke's also just suggesting that they lie in the newspaper, saying they occupied the Paradise Island. Again, propaganda, news fear and the media to scare the people and convince the people that, yeah, we're doing a good job, where we basically won, but it's all going to be bullshit and lies, in order to make their enemies think that they got power right now, to make them fear them. But that's not the case. It's a good strategy, but it's going to go back forward into their faces if the Paradise Island guys have improved and gone very forward and high up. I see. You intend to get revenge for what happened 4 years ago using this last year. That's right. Zeke's an arsehole. That heinous miracle. But the one that will stop Grisha Yeager's plan will not be me, but my son. Zeke's got a son. So, Aaron's an uncle. So Uzi's son, as expected, of the son of Miracle. I never once doubted the devotion of the one that sold his own parents for us. I'll take your suggestion to the party's meeting. So Zeke's got a son then. And he's basically saying it will be his son. If you guys remember when Zeke first met Aaron, he said that Grisha lied to them and that he's gonna save him. I assume Zeke thought that Grisha set Aaron on the same path that he set Zeke on, trying to force him to do all of this crap, but that's not the case. Grisha did not do that with Aaron. He screwed up with Zeke big time, and that's why he let Aaron just be himself. He let him be a kid, and yet Aaron basically grew up to be exactly like his dad, wanting to know the truth, wanting to escape, wanting to get out. And that's the point. That's the case for Grisha. Basically, for him, it was a realization. Okay, my son wants this stuff. Okay, I didn't force it on him, but he wants this. Okay, I'm gonna tell him the truth. But of course, that didn't happen. The wolves got attacked, and he had to force the serum to him. But at no point does it seem like Aaron is regretting any of that stuff that's happened. Maybe a bit of regret, but not to the extent where he hates his dad for what he's done. He's come to that understanding of why he did what he did. But Zeke, on the other hand, feels like basically like a person whose childhood went to crap, and he got pissed off at his parents for that, and he got his revenge by giving them in. And now he's got his own son, and he's trying to force that own thing on his own son. But who's his son? Is Colt his son? In which case, Falcom, who's Colt's brother, that would make Falcom his son as well. So what's going on here? It's very interesting, actually. Now, like beginning the second part of the video now, and I'm only on page 9. Jesus, this is long. I'm sorry, Colt, for getting you involved in this. It's okay. So yeah, it looks like they're in the... I don't know if this is more... It looks like hell right now. I guess this was the war. Maybe the Middle Eastern Union attacked them, and this is what happened. Or basically, they did say it's a truce, so it does look like a Middle Eastern country. So I guess they could be occupying that. It was amazing for an Eldenian to say their opinion to the Admiral. To me, it was an honor to participate. Besides, right now, I can't assume the position of the Beast Titan. Zeke's son, you're special. I don't think Colt's his son, yeah. You would have referred to him as father, innit? By the administration of your spinal cord fluid into your companions, they turn into titans and they do whatever you say after hearing your scream. And even if the moon appears, they're able to move during the night. Okay, so we finally have an answer how this works. So basically, the spinal fluid in Zeke was put into his victims, and when he screams they transform into titans, and because even if the moon appears they'll still be able to move during the day. So this is a big question now. Did Zeke basically go into Connie's village during that Clash of the Titans arc and basically inject everyone with his spinal fluid, and that's what happened? That's very screwed up. You have to wonder how that occurred. Like did he sneak in? Did it poison the water? What? How did it happen? Did he just go around attacking everyone? Like that's very screwed up if you think about it. For generations, this ability was never present within a Beast Titan. It's as if the founding Titan were ordering. That's because you are special, not only because of your royal blood. So it's because he's got royal blood. Who knows? It seems that all Titan academies are losing hope. In the end, until my time comes, I'll never understand that. No. If you inherit the memories, you can know, Colt, about my secret. Secret. My own way to wipe my ass, but don't tell anybody. No, tell everything. No, tell. I even want to know the number of hairs present on a Titan's ass. Or as Eldians, do you need some privacy? Captain, we do not need. I think the translation's a bit off here. I don't get what's going on here. Why are you talking about wiping Titan's ass? I ended up running your conversation. You may continue. I ended up ruining your conversation. Are you interested in Eldenian asses? You were very good during the meeting, Zeke. I've known you for over 20 years, since you were a kid. What? You're overestimating me, Captain. You still have a year to take Paradise Island. Some people say that I don't even have a year left. In the last 3 years, the survey fleet sent to the Paradise Island never... The survey fleet sent to the Paradise Island never came back. In the past 3 years, all the 32 destroyers sent to our island vanished. They sent bloody ships to the island in the past 3 years, and they all vanished. Guys, these guys have a freaking army right now. Okay, I can see it now. The Colossal Titan and the Eren and Armin. They pretty much swamped these guys, okay? If they didn't destroy them with rocks and shit, they probably infiltrated and killed everyone on board and have hijacked their ships now. Or they've, you know, if it's not the Marley troops they sent and in the Dorians instead, they maybe have convinced them, maybe brainwashed them, maybe brought them to their side. Honestly, I'm convinced that Paradise Island people, Aaron and Levi, all of them lot are going to be attacking these guys very soon. Because if they send people there, and they've captured and interrogated these people, they know where the Marlene area is going to be. They know where the Marlene are going to come from, and they'll be able to, yeah, it's pretty much, this is pretty much a big, massive foreshadowing and setup. Like, I can see it now, like, and none of, as, Zeke, what do you think about that? Okay. I think that Paradise Island has the power of 4 Titans. I believe that Eren Yeager possesses the Attack Titan and the Founding Titan in his body. Yeah, okay. The Founding Titan, the Colossal Titan, the Female Titan, and the Attack Titan. The Colossal and the Female are missing in action. If those 2 are dead, the power should have passed on to their children. But on this continent, we still don't have any information about that. Should have passed on onto their children. What does that mean, onto their children? Does Bertold have a kid? Or does he have a Sid? What does that mean? I think it's translated because that doesn't make any sense, but that's very weird. We know Armin has the Colossal Titan power because he ate him, but what about Annie? What happened to her? Did they get her out of the crystal? Did someone eat her? Or is she fighting alongside them? What's going on? So there's a chance that Paradise Island is using those 4 Titans. Are you saying that they inherit their power? But as pre-Rainer's report, the people on the island didn't have that knowledge. Did you really think that Rainer was able to check the whole island? Everything he said was just speculation. This all started 22 years ago when the remaining number of the revolutionary troop, the Owls, secretly sent Grisha Yeager and the Attack Titan to that island. With this spark, everything was set on fire on the island. The royal family of Fritz changed his name to Rice and started to act with a policy of non-resistance, but King Rice was devoured by the Attack Titan and lost the inheritance method. King Rice was, was devoured by, he wasn't devoured by the Attack Titan, what's going on here? I'm a bit confused. No, that, oh right, yeah, Historia's sister, yeah, okay. Captain, this is what I think. If none of those ships fled and all 20 and 32 sinked, it's hard to imagine that this was an act of one single Titan. That's why I believe that using at least 2 Titans, including Eren Yeager, they destroyed all the investigation ships. Yeah, we get a panel of Armin and Eren. Okay, this could be just what Zeke is thinking, but this could also potentially be Isayama's way of showing a quick flashback to that, because we see Armin here and he's big, but he looks very skinny compared to Bertold, who's very like big and muscular. This Colossal Titan is very skinny, like his insides and bones and everything are showing. Wow, that's messed up. You got Eren in the ocean. They destroyed, yeah, that's why I believe that using they destroyed all the investigation. Yeah, they either destroyed the ships or they've taken them over, because they're gonna need a battalion if they want to attack. I agree. We must send support ships to attack the island, yes, but the Titans are not the only threat that we must face. There are people with special mechanisms there, with swords and bombs, weapons created for the sole purpose of killing Titans. My mistake was underestimating those weapons, and also the legend that was only known by the royal family. A legend about the sub-product of the Titan science, the Akamir family. At least 2 of them do exist. What? Sub-product of Titan science? What? We know the Akamans are special. They can't get manipulated by the mind powers. They can't lose their memories and shit. That's what made them something of a danger. But byproduct science? What does that mean? Were these guys bred initially to be like the ultimate... I think they were meant to be bodyguards for the royal family, weren't they? But something went wrong. I need to read. This is one of the things in the Uprising arc that was very important. I think people need to read again. I certainly need to read it again and figure it out. But yeah, this is very interesting. To tell the truth, I don't want to see them ever again. Yeah, I bet you don't. Levi owned his ass. Like, look, we're even getting flashes of Levi and Mikasa owning the Colossal and the Beast Titan. Like, oh shit! It's a flashback. It's a dream. Sorry, it's Rainer. He's waking up. Wait. Rainer, man, he's got a beard and everything, he's waking up, so this was a dream now, he's waking up and there's someone in the room sitting there. You seem like you were having a funny dream. One of the Adalians has got the patch there, that's why I did not wake you up. Still haven't thanked you for that time. Who is that? Ah, it's Gellard. We're finally getting introduced to Gellard, the Jaw Titan. Gellard. He's a kid. Or at least, yeah, he doesn't, I mean, he doesn't look like an adult. He looks like a teenager. Thank you. You don't need to thank me. He looks like a greaser, like type, like a jockey. You don't need to thank me. I was not saving you, but saving my homeland, Marley, from your flab of losing the armored titan. Losing the armor. What does that mean, losing the armored titan? How did he lose? First, this would never happen if 9 years ago, when I was chosen for the operation panels, I would have inherited the armored titan. My brother would not have been devoured by the area titan while protecting you. The area titan. So the guy that was killed, Marcel, is Galliard's brother who was killed. Okay, so we're learning some stuff here, and by the area, so either this is a translation error, or I guess this confirms that Ymir's titan, or the one that she got, was the area titan. By the area devour. Oh no, by the area titan. Okay, sorry, my bad. I think that's what they refer to titans who are, I don't know, we're protecting you. Did you see Marcel's memories? No, unfortunately I did not see you abandoning my brother. Did you see Marcel's memories? How would he have seen Marcel's memories? Unless he inherited, oh, this isn't good, but I was able to understand the predecessor's girl, Ymir. She was only a poor girl that received a name too big for herself. Okay, we get a flashback of Ymir, and she's in chains, and she's being held up in this dungeon area. Galliard's there. To bring back my brother's jewel was also her wish. Yes, you are right. So, what did you do on that island? Did somebody else keep saving you? I think Ymir is dead, guys, because if he's got Marcel's memories, he would have had to get that from Ymir, unless they did some sort of touching method or whatever. But so then, what was Ymir's Titan thing then? So that was the Jewel Titan. Marcel was the original Jewel Titan, and Ymir ate him, I guess. But then, why did she look so different? Then again, if you look at Armin in that panel there, he looks very different from the Colossal Titan. So I guess everyone's Titan looks very different. I guess like they're like, when he ate the serum, he was this very skinny Titan. And I guess if he took Bertold's Titan power, his biology, autonomy would look different as well. Because Ymir, for example, her Titan form looked the same even after she got like a Titan shifter power. So what was that about? Like, it's weird, man. Yeah. I saw you within that woman's memories. What was that? You looked like a man that everybody depended on. It was like you were mimicking my brother. Mimicking his brother. That's right, Gallard. Everything you said is true, huh? Puckle, you should not tease people involved in the bombardment. I never I told you to never call me by that name, Piku. So there's this girl with a crutch. Her name's Piku, and his name's Paku, but he's referred to as Gallard. Weird. So part 3, guys. Is everything alright? For 2 months I did not return to human form. For 2 months I did not, because of that I ended up forgetting how to walk on 2 feet. But Reina. Paku, oh! Oh! This is the Mule Titan. It's a girl. It's a fucking girl. Jesus. That's so unexpected. And she was in that Titan form for 2 months and she couldn't return to human form. I did not return to human form for 2 months. Because of that, I ended up forgetting how to walk on my 2 feet. Damn. Damn. Lorena, since you're awake, why don't you go and visit Gabby and the others? They are worried. Yeah, I'll go. Come on. This is so unexpected. I was expecting the Jaw Titan to be some old dude, but it ends up being like this teenager jockey type kid, and the Mule Titan is a freaking girl. Like, oh, I'm tired. I don't feel that much time passed since we've seen each other. Yeah, we were always together on the battlefield. Well, you should rest. I hope so. Okay, so now we're cutting. Yeah, they're basically, I think, they're basically preoccupying the Middle Eastern area, because we can see the fleet ships sinking and destroyed in the background. So yeah, and we're back with Gabby, Falcon, Uda, and I think another girl there. Hey, if the Titans will no longer be useful in battle, what will become of us? What will happen to the Indalians? An old man from the neighborhood said that the War of the Sea is salty because he always pees in it. Huh? Hans son should be alright. He's a person who's lost his head and survived. And this time all limbs were cut into pieces, but he's fine. I know. Bronson, right, Raynor Brand, that's his name, isn't it? That is. So the kids are, they're looking at a dock with a ship there, and there's a bunch of prisoners, I think, being escorted. I don't know who those are. They are transporting the enemy troops that had mental damage. Probably they are the soldiers that survived the Purity Titan attack. Are these the guys that were dropped from the plane? Damn. And when they return to the country, all the inhumanities will be shown to the world, and our reputation of Idalians will go down even more. The whole world will end up trying to kill us. Uda's getting pissed, hitting the rock. Hey Uda, stop kicking the town property. Ah, so everyone's getting excited. Raynor, get him. Gabby's getting excited. Can you walk already? Are you alright? Gabby, yeah. Udo, just a little. Sophia, Zed. Again, everything's fine. Falcon, hello. So Raiders, I guess Raiders like a big brother to these kids then. Hey, did you know we'll be able to go back to Liberino. Gabby, you're too loud, but we'll finally be able to go back. Until then, let's take a walk in town. Hey, we'll never have another chance. Oh yeah, Gabby's saying let's take a walk in town. Rain is getting a bit. Isn't it better for Bronson to sleep? It's okay, don't worry. You go to sleep, Falcon. I'll go too. Wait, Gabby. Captain Magato said that kids should not go there, but I saw the captain going. Everyone's telling her not to, but Gabby's like, come on. And now he's having flashbacks again. Raina's having flashbacks. So Gabby resembles Marcel. Udo resembles Bertrand. Falcon resembles Galliard. Oh, is that meant to be? No, it's Galliard, yeah. And Sophia resembles Annie, so he's remembering the childhood. These are his childhood friends then, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Kind of sad, really. Oh, wait. He's getting a bit shocked. Wait. It's too soon for you to go to those shops. Come this way. Yeah, he's been very protective. For a chapter called the Dark Night Train, we've not seen a train, but now we do. So we've got this train going through the night. I guess they're all going home now. Hey, did you see the courage of the Italian goddess Gabby? Who's talking here? Gabby did the work of 800 people alone, only using hand grenades. Hey, Colt. Yeah, Colt's like, he's drunk and he's praising the shit up, but he's thinking of boots. She even faced an armor titan. Why did you do something so stupid, you idiot? Gentlemen, do you know why for who this idiot risked her life for? I know. She did that for all you Idalian soldiers. Captain, we can shut them up. And then you've got these guys. So the Idalians are in the back celebrating, and they look like they're all crowded in. And then you've got these guys in the front, the Titan shifters, Zeke there, Galliard there, Pinken there, and all the soldiers there. We can shut them up. It's just for tonight. Let's turn a blind eye to that. The Marlene's trying to be a bit nice here for once. Gabby, everyone's praising the shit out of her. She's on Colt's back now though. Gabby's crying, Gabby's crying. I mean, she's happy as well, I guess. She's being carried, like she's being carried again. This is what happens when my brother drinks. Gabby also gets fired up too easily, but she's the one who will inherit the armored titan in the end. Rainer's saying that now. He's saying that she will inherit. Yeah. Kid, what's his name? Yeah, Falcon's giving that dirty look now. That's right. Your tenure will only last 2 more years. So Rainer's only got 2 more years before someone inherits the powers. And if your beloved girl inherits the armored titan, her lifespan will only be 27 years, and only if she doesn't end up being used in the bombardment. Falcon's giving Raynor a very dirty look. You don't care about that. What did you just say? Did you dare speak ill about taking pride in inheriting one of the 9 titans? I'll report this right away, huh? If anybody hears that, you'll be considered a traitor, and Colt will lose his right to inheriting the Beast Titan, and along with you, your parents will become Titan weapons. And in the next plane, the Gallus family will be used in a bombardment as conspirators. Wait! Let me correct what I just said. I'm the cadet Falcon Gas. We freed ourselves from the blood of YMIR and devoted our life to Marlene. So, what do you know about the honor of inheriting one of the Titans? It's an honor to devote my loyalty to Marlene. That's the biggest privilege of all. You want to inherit the armored titan? Rainer's being very shifty here. Like, he's looking at Val and he's looking at Gabby and that. The one who will inherit it is me. Falcon really wants the armored titan heritage, I see. So to protect Gabby, you must surpass her, huh? You will save Gabby. from this deep dark fate of ours. The young man rushes to the other side of the manipulated world. That's how the chapter ends. So, Falcon wants to protect Gabby, and that's why he wants the Armored Titan, because if she gets it, she'll only have 27 years to live if she's not used in bombardment. What does that mean now? I mean, it's a bit weird, because we were told it only takes 13 years, but if she gets it, it's only 27. Why is that? And yeah, Reyna's basically pushing Falcon to inherit. He likes Gabby, I guess. Like, obviously she's probably like a younger sister for him, or maybe Gabby is his younger sister. I don't know. Like, I'm curious to know who Zeke's son is, and who his wife is as well. That's very curious. But yeah, Reyna is not all that bad at this point. He's obviously he's remembering the past, man, and I think he's regretting it a bit, and he's sad. He's sad about losing his friends. He doesn't want that for these kids, especially Gabby, so yeah, he's urging Falcon to go for it. At the same time, Zeke only has a year left, but Reyna has 2. And Zeke, in that 1 more year, he wants to attack Paradise Island again to get the Founding Titan back. But all the ships they've sent have all disappeared. 32 ships, and they've all disappeared. They've either been destroyed or they've been captured. So yeah, shit is going down. And we're going to Marley. Next chapter, we're going to the Marley country. So yeah. And we were introduced to who the Jaw and Mule Titans are. So that's very interesting. Very good chapter, actually. Very surprising good chapter for this month. A lot of information revealed. Yeah. My prediction, however, is that in the next few chapters, I think shit is going to go on its head. It's going to be flipped aside. These guys, Zeke's not going to, no one's going to inherit Zeke's power until another year goes. Same with Reyna, so they got 2 years. So we're definitely not going to get another time skip. I think what's going to happen is we're going to get more development with these side characters. We're going to see more from the Marlene's perspective, especially since we're going to the Marlene country, I think, next chapter, or Liberino, or whatever it's called. And I suspect that when the time comes for these guys to inherit it, or when Zeke's plan to go and recapture Paradise Island, it's all going to go to crap, because what's going to happen is that the Waldarians are going to come and attack the Marlene instead. It's been 4 years, for 3 years now. They cannot wait. Those guys cannot wait for the Marlene to come to them. They need to go to the Marlene. So I imagine it's going to be flipped on its side. Can you just imagine if we get the opposite of the first chapter? Like, you got Gabby and them lot all happy and cheery about to inherit the powers, and then Armin in Colossus form just shows up and breaks their wall instead. I can see that happening, sort of like the history and the cycle of the hatred or whatever resuming and continuing by the opposite direction. So I can see that definitely happening, occurring. We're interested to see if that does happen, but I think that is going to be the case. But yeah, especially if you pay attention to Season 2's ending as well. Like, there's a lot of hints and stuff there, so I'm wondering if that's a set up for what's to come here in the next season. But yeah, or next final arc or whatever. But yeah, definitely interesting points. Anyway guys, as always, I hope you liked my reaction and my analysis and review on Attack on Titan. Please like and subscribe, whatever, and I shall see you. Take care and bye.